Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you guys have been staying safe and productive. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the numbers behind one of my worst financial decisions and go over a few things to consider when purchasing the car of your dreams. As some of you guys might know, I became a self-made millionaire at the age of 25. But what some of you guys might not know is that I also purchased my dream car when I reached that milestone. It has been about 3 years since the purchase, and it is time to review that financial decision. Was it really worth it? Since about the age of 15, I have been obsessed with business and the lifestyle of the rich and successful. And I always told myself that if I work hard and never give up, I will have an exotic car of my own one day. And this has been one of the motivating factors that kept me going throughout the years. When times got tough, the thought of obtaining something that I've always wanted and making my dreams come true kept me going through all the failed business ventures, lonely weekends at home, 80-hour work weeks. My outrageous goals got me to the other side. At the age of 25, I came into a position of turning this lifelong dream into a reality. So without putting too much thought into it, I made my dreams come true. And just before turning 26, I purchased this beautiful Porsche 718 Cayman S for $141,000. This companion has taken me to some beautiful places, gotten me regular compliments, given me the image of success, and most importantly, helped me in gaining respect from people who will otherwise doubt the credibility of a young business owner. And after owning this car for just under 3 years, this beautiful piece of German engineering has honestly been everything I thought it would be. However, it is time to review this spontaneous financial decision of the 25-year-old me. To get an accurate measure of this investment as a whole, there are a number of factors that I must look at. How much I spent on the car, how much I spent on servicing it, and its current value, as well as the opportunity cost for the money I used to purchase this vehicle. And lastly, the intangible, non-financial benefits that it has provided me over the years. If you know anything about cars, then you will know that cars are a complete waste of money. By the time you drive them out of the showroom, they're worth 10 to 20 or even 30% less straight away. And after that, they depreciate by about 10 to 20% every single year. And this car was no different. Despite buying this car as a demonstrator and not paying the full price, it lost value as soon as I took possession of it, and it has been depreciating ever since. Based on the advertised price of similar cars for sale, the car is currently worth around $120,000, which is not too bad, giving it a depreciation of around 15% over the last 3 years. This car was purchased outright, meaning that I have not spent any money on interest repayments. However, I have spent about $10,000 over the years on maintenance and insurance. This brings the total investment to $150,000. And if we divide that by the current value of $120,000, it will show a return on investment of negatively 20% over 3 years, which is very bad for an investment point of view. But as mentioned before, there are a number of other factors that we need to look at. So let's take a look at those. With all the intangible benefits and happiness I got from making this once-in-a-lifetime purchase, a return on investment of negative 20% is honestly not too bad, especially if you spread it out over 3 years. However, as some of you guys already know, I don't like having spare money sitting around when you could be working hard for me in the stock or real estate markets. So let's take a look at how much $150,000 would be worth now if I had invested into the stock market or the real estate market. Let's start by looking at the stock market. If I had invested the entirety of this $150,000 into the S&P 500 in September 2017, it would now be worth $210,000. Or in other words, I will have made more than a 40% gain in 3 years. Ouch. Now let's look at how this $150,000 would have performed in the real estate market. In one of my previous videos, I shared with you guys one of my most profitable real estate deals, where I made a 200% return on investment. If you guys haven't watched it, I'll leave a link down below so you guys can check it out after this video. The funny thing is, I purchased this dream car and my investment property around the same time, meaning that if I purchased another investment property instead of buying this car, I should be expecting very similar returns. And based on a 200% return on investment, my $150,000 would now be worth $450,000 in real estate equity. Ouch. By looking at these numbers alone, it is very evident that this is one of my worst financial decisions ever. Now, we've all heard the term money comes by happiness, and that we shouldn't always look at things from the financial perspective. Based on my experience with this purchase, I can definitely tell you that money does buy happiness, and it buys a lot of it. But the question now becomes, does more money buy more happiness? When you get to a stage in life where you've worked hard, saved hard, achieved your goals, is it wrong to splurge a little bit on your own happiness or on things that bring you joy. Even if that comes at the expense of missing some impressive growth in the stock or real estate market. To accurately evaluate this, we need to look at the intangible benefits of owning an exotic car. Buying your dream car is a lifelong goal by many, but only something that is achievable by the people who work the hardest. Personally, I believe the idea of turning a dream into a reality brings me more joy than the material object that the car is. It brings not only fulfillment in your mind, but confidence in yourself, and it reinforces the daily mentality that anything is possible. Not to mention the motivation it provides you to keep working towards being the best version of yourself. It ultimately comes down to this question: what brings you more happiness? Turning your dreams into reality, or increasing a few numbers in your bank account? While I know exactly what brings me happiness, it will not be the same for everyone else. My very honest opinion is that our most important asset or resource is our time. And when we spend so much of our time working towards a goal, and when we finally achieve it, we don't reward ourselves, then there's something wrong with that picture. And in that case, that means financial freedom is not freedom at all, but another restraint that places us and limits us into only making financial wise decisions, which are based purely on numbers, completely neglecting our desires and emotions. The ultimate fruit of success is reward. So without reward, what are we working so damn hard towards? We can always make more money, but we can't rewind the clock and relive our younger years. So why not reward ourselves for all the hard work once we hit a milestone? With that said, there's a fine line between rewarding yourself and borrowing excessively from your future self. While it is important to reward yourself for hard work, the creation of bad debts and bad habits can definitely ruin your financial future. Too often I see people splurge and overextend themselves financially. The important thing here is to be honest with ourselves. If we can't afford something, we shouldn't borrow excessively to buy that thing now when we can just work harder to achieve our goals later on. When I made this purchase, it was only about 10% of my net worth, meaning I still had other ways to invest and create more wealth. Don't give in to instant gratification, enjoy the process, keep working hard until you can make your dreams a reality. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of the video. I know that a lot of you guys might not agree with me, but this is only my personal opinion and this is what brings me happiness and joy. But I would like to know, what is your dream car and when do you want to purchase it? If you found value in this video, do me a huge favor, hit that like button right there, comment your thoughts and subscribe for more content just like this, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Keep working hard and keep hustling.